I'm Christine Schefman. I'm the Director of Contemporary Art for the David Klein Gallery. We've been in business in Birmingham for 25 years. I've been aware of Andy's work for a few years. I've seen his work in gallery shows and, just as aware of him as an artist. And there's something about his work that is appealing to me in terms of thinking of new artists that we'd like to show downtown. Andy has a certain urban quality to what he does. There's a skateboarding thing going on in some of his images. And he also has this 3D aspect to his work, which is, it's fun, it's interesting. You can look at a painting from, it's not just 2D, a flat surface. You can walk around it. And he also tells a story in his work. There's a narrative there. It's not a static kind of thing. And that's really appealing as well. He's a good craftsman. He pays attention to detail. So he produces what he builds his paintings on. He produces beautifully. And then his talent, I would say, his work is painterly. He's a good painter.
A couple years ago, I started making artwork that tried to blur a line between object and artwork. This is an object I made. It's a briefcase, a wooden briefcase, which I've always wanted to make. So I cut all the pieces, installed the hardware, put a nice handle on it, and made a painting. So I'm trying to blur this line between, is this a piece of art? Is it an object? Is it a product? Is it, if you use it for its intended purpose, it's going to get ruined, which I kind of like. I kind of hate that idea, but I like that idea at the same time. It has like a Zen sand painting feel to it. This is a painting of my son, something that you would bring to work and remind yourself of why you're there. As far as picking my subjects lately, I've been working on a series of paintings of photographs that I've taken of people caught in midair, similar to the back-flipping young lady behind me. There's like this sense of freedom just permanently captured that I really like. There's just like this split second, this microsecond that's captured. So you can take your time and look at the piece, and you can spend years with this one singular moment. I like that. I'm interested in static motion. This is a piece that utilizes stop motion techniques, Edward Muybridge and this running horse. As far as subject matter, giants have frequently been something I've addressed, something that I used to pretend to be when I was a kid, tramping through snow piles. It made me think like it was just unsustainable, this people getting too big for their environment. So in essence, this is a piece about fantasy, environmentalism, I don't know.
He's got a narrative. It's just a little slice of life maybe that he's showing you. But there's something there, and it's not just about being a great realist painter. It's about really what he's interested in and trying to get across to you.
This is the King Kong electronic panic play set. It's a faux game I made based on a scene from the original King Kong. It is based on those 1970s electronic vibrating football games that everybody owned and hated. They didn't work very well, and I thought I would try and make something equally as useless, but maybe a little more fun and a little more flair to it. I start off designing shapes, and I can do these in wood very quickly. There's no goal in mind. It's just to create a shape, a pleasing shape. Later on, I will find a reference photo that I like, that I'm in love with, and I will design a form around that photo, basically based off of these forms that I've already made. So I'm essentially making dioramas. This is kind of a finished product. It's a finished painting. It's the girl backflipping a friend of mine's daughter on a trampoline, trying to make a little world that you can, kind of put your face in and really try and become a part of it. And that's a little bit of my process. Instead of just painting on canvas or painting on a board or a panel, I've got to build this thing and turn it into something else. And it's hard for me to just do work directly. I've got to trick my brain, which is hard to do because you know what you're up to. So.